recorded this video and then realized, well, my husband came out and told me that I was recording it the whole time and my head was chopped off. So I have to do it again. So I already made the dough, but basically what I made today, or what I'm making still today, is almond butter cookies. They're super easy. You can do some alternatives. So I know not everybody has almond butter in their house, but you really should consider getting it at some point. It's really good. It's a healthier alternative to peanut butter. And it's supposed to be like creamier. Like if you make cookies with it, it doesn't make the cookie as like dry and crumbly sometimes as peanut butter cookies come out. So I'm trying these. So my aunt sent me this recipe. It's from the Detoxinista blog. She made this recipe. It's only 5 ingredients. It's super easy. And I have to stop in a second because my first batch of cookies is going to come out of the oven. But so basically the only ingredients in this recipe is almond butter. She uses coconut sugar. I don't have coconut sugar, so I'm using regular sugar. 1 egg, a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So I'm going to explain how I did it all in a second, and I'm gonna take my first batch of cookies out. Okay, so I'll show you the finished products after I finish explaining and putting this batch in. But basically, you're gonna take your cup of almond butter. If you want to do peanut butter, you can do a cup of peanut butter instead if you don't have almond butter. Then you're basically combining it all into the bowl and then mixing it. So the cup of butter, almond butter, peanut butter, whatever. 3/4 of a cup of sugar, and then 1 egg. You can use, if you want a vegan option, or if you don't have eggs and you have flax seeds in the house, you can do a flax egg. I do plan on trying it at some point, but basically it's ground flax seeds, and I think it's like a tablespoon or 2 of water. It says it on the back of the bag, actually, if you have flax seeds. It gets all mushy, and it's supposed to be a good replacer for a regular egg. So you could do an egg or a flax egg, and then a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, like I said before. If you do the peanut butter cookies, take out the salt and do a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda instead. I'll leave the link with this post for the Detoxinista recipe. So I have combined all those ingredients. It turns into this like wet but clumpy dough, and then you're just gonna take it in tablespoon-sized balls and put it onto your cookie sheet with parchment paper on it. I also she didn't put this in the recipe, but I've been going a little crazy with pecans lately. I put some crushed up pecans in my dough, or some of my dough. Some of them are just regular. So now I'm going to, that's a lot bigger than the other one. Let me fix that. So I'm going to put them on the cookie sheet. After I get them on the cookie sheet, we just have to flatten them. And I have my oven set to 350. So preheat your oven while you're doing this. And then they're gonna cook for about, if you want them not too crispy, do about 12 minutes. If you want them crispier, she said to do more like 15 to 20 minutes if you want a crispy cookie. I really like softer cookies, so I did 12 for mine. Okay, so this is gonna be my last 2. So she said also in her recipe, she had her yield at 26 cookies. I had 12 in the oven, and this is 19, so I didn't get as many. I think I might have made them bigger than her. Okay. I'm gonna stop. So now I've got my fork, I'm just gonna smush them. Like you would if you made like a peanut butter cookie. You have to smush it with the fork and make like that washboard type effect. And mine are falling apart slightly because of the pecan, so I'm just kind of trying to smush it back together a little bit. Okay. Oh, and I think I forgot to mention that these are, if you didn't notice, flourless, so they're also gluten-free. So what are they? They're gluten-free, they can be egg-free, vegan, paleo, and really quick and easy. So these are all set. So I'm gonna put these in the oven, and I'll show you all my cookies when they're cooled off, and I'll take a bite. All right, so the cookies cooked for 12 minutes. I did 12 minutes. And some of them have pecans on just the top, some have pecans in the dough, and some don't have pecans at all. They're relatively not mushy, but soft. They're not super crispy. If you've tasted if you've tasted almond butter before, these taste exactly like just eating almond butter, except in cookie form. They're really good. And the pecans, I feel like, definitely add to it. It makes it even better. Okay, you can stop watching me eat. The last thing I want to say is let these cool down on the cookie sheet. Don't try and take them off like a minute after they come out of the oven, because they'll fall apart. I tried to do that and they don't hold their shape until they cool down. So don't touch them until they're cooled down. And that's it. I hope you make them. It's a super easy recipe. I hope everybody has a great day.
Literally at your eyes.
No.
Yeah.
No, you're messing with me. No!